let's find some angles here. Now, this wants us to find REX. And E should be here. So angle REX. We'll line this up. Nice and easy. RES. Pull this up. And it looks like it's just about 40. So I can write up here. Measure of angle RES is 40 degrees. Now it wants REL. So if I go from REL, I'll put it back again. Now I continue all the way over to here. And remember, this is bigger than 90 degrees. So we're not going to look at the outside one. There's no way this could be 32 degrees. It would have to be 148. Now it says TN. TN, T is here, come down, and we go to N. Now first of all, we have to think, is this bigger or smaller than 90 degrees? TEN. Looks like it's slightly bigger than 1/4 of the distance around. So I would guess that that's bigger than 90 degrees. Once this is lined up, I'm going to move this over to that side again. And notice how once I get straight up and down, that's 90, and I go a little bit more. So if I go past 90, that cannot be the down number. It can't be 80. This one's going to have to be about 100. Looks like 100. And then LEN, let's pull this away so I can see LEN. LEN looks like it's about 32. Now let's look at this next question. It says, how can we find TEL? How can we find TEL without using a protractor? Well, we know TEN, this angle, is 100 degrees. We know LEN is 32 degrees. So by using subtraction, 100 minus 32, we can get what's left over. It's going to have to be 68 degrees. If 100 minus 32 is 68. Alright. Now we're going to learn a new word, congruent. Two objects that have the exact same size, and shape. Any two objects. Two segments are congruent segments if and only if they have the same measure. So, sketch two congruent segments and label them to the right of your drawings. So let's draw, how about I actually use this feature. I'll call this A, B. And just to make sure they're exactly the same, I'm going to cut and paste. If you can't cut and paste, just draw them at about the same size. This would be C and D. So how we write segment AB is congruent to segment CD. If we write AB, and then this sign in here, which means is congruent. So this means is congruent. Now, on our diagram, you mark that with a dash. If there's a dash here and a dash here, that's saying that these two segments are congruent. Now, when we talk about angles, two angles are congruent if and only if they have the same measure. So sketch two congruent angles and label them to the right. We'll try one like this. Leave that. Alright. Copy. Should work. Alright. Now, if I have F, G, H, I, J, we would write this as saying angle EFG is congruent to angle HIJ. And on our diagram, we mark that by making the arc for the circle, or for the angle, and drawing a line through it. So just that green mark alone tells us these two angles are the same exact degree measure. And so does this. There's two different ways to show it. Now, we want to mark this figure below, given the information that we have over here. It says EA is congruent to AT. So we find EA, that's this mark. So in the middle, we'll draw one line. And that's congruent to AT. So there's the line there. Those two marks show that these two are congruent. Angle UAE, that's this angle here. That's congruent to PAT, which is this angle there. So we'll draw a line through that. Now this one, let's scratch that out, and I'll replace that with something else. Let's say that's UE is congruent to PT. That means this angle, or this side segment is congruent to that. Now, one more thing, angle PUA is congruent to UPA. I will mark that with two dashes. Notice if I mark this with one dash, we would think that it would be the same size as this. Similar with the segments. These two couldn't be marked with the same one dash, or we wouldn't be able to differentiate. Alright, that's lesson 2.2. Good luck with the homework.